Hi, today we're gonna work on the core. I'm just gonna share some of my favorite core exercises based on yoga, pilates, even floor bar, and some nice core exercises I like to add on my classes, my flows, my daily routines. So, yep, you don't need any props. We can just go and get started. Get ready to work on your core, your center, where everything is starting from. So find your mat, come down seated, and let's hop in. Let's start to create some space first. So find a comfortable seat. If you can sit on your heels, sit like this. Otherwise, simple cross-legged or anything works for you. Lengthen your spine. Start by interlacing your fingers. Press the palms facing out and start to round your spine. Tuck the tailbone under, really spreading the space between your shoulder blades behind you. Now lift your arms up, biceps by your ears, shoulders down, hug your ribs in while pressing up. Now bend your elbows to the side. Bring the hands behind your head, like you want to slide the fingers out. The elbows are widening to the side. Hug your ribs in, lengthen the back of your neck. Now bring the elbows in again, tailbone under, really round. Bring the body upright, open your elbows, really spreading the elbows out wide. Start to bend over to your right, lifting the left elbow a little higher, really creating space. And come back to the center. Right elbow in, really lifting, making a lot of space between your ribs. Back to the center. Once again, left elbow lifts up, create space. Back to the center. Right elbow back to the center. Once again, extend your arms. Bring the arms a little further back. Hug your ribs in though. And then again, round your spine. Press the palms forward, tailbone under. Come back to the center. Bend the elbows to the side, hands behind your head. Really slide the elbows out. Now elbows in, tailbone under. Round your spine. Head upright, open your elbows, slide out, over to your right, expanding the left side of your body, back to the center, over to your left, opening up the right side of your body, back to the center, again over to your right, really like you want to slide the fingers out, making your upper back really wide. Back to the center, extend your arms, palms facing up, bring the hands a little further behind your head. And release, rotate the shoulders back and down. Now hold your right hip with your left hand and start to open your right arm to the side, look behind you, take a twist. And change to the other side, right hand onto your left hip to pull the left hip forward, open the left fingers behind you to twist. Back to the center, couple more. Hold your right hip. Keep the lower body square, really twisting from your waist. Back to the center. Open the left arm behind you. Palm is facing out. Back to the center. One more right. Follow your fingers. Shoulder away from the ear. And over to your left. Back to the center. Rotate the shoulders back and down. And let's get into the core. Find your way to your all fours. Hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips. Spread the fingers wide. Let's take a moment here to activate the core. So really spreading the fingers wide, pressing all knuckles down. Now start to hug your ribs in, really spreading the space between your shoulder blades up to the ceiling while keeping your shoulders open, collarbones broaden. And then start to lengthen your lower back. So don't tuck the tailbone under, really lengthen your lower back, navel in and up. Round your upper back, lengthen the lower back. Hands firmly grounded on the floor. try to keep this shape all the time so your spine is like a little letter S. Hugging the ribs in, lengthen the lower back. Now, extend your right leg back behind you, tuck your right toes under, and lift the right leg parallel to the floor. Inner thigh rotating up to the ceiling. Try to keep the hips square. Nothing changes in your spine. Just bend the right knee into your chest. And inhale, extend behind you. Exhale, bend. Inhale, extend behind you. Exhale, bend, weight even on the hands. Inhale, extend. Now extend your left fingers forward, find your balance. Inhale here. Exhale, bend the elbow, the knee underneath you. Nothing changes in your spine. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bend. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bend. Again, inhale, extend. Now bend your knee, your elbow to the side, hips, shoulders really still. Flex your foot and extend. Find parallel line. Rotate the right inner thigh up to the ceiling. Exhale, cactus the arm, bend the knee to the side. And extend. Squeeze the elbow, knee to the side. And extend. Let's add on just a little more. Start to auto-rotate your right toes out. Sending the right fingers, or the right toes, left fingers to the side. And back to the center parallel line. So auto-rotation, extending to the side. Back to parallel line. One more. Keep the weight even on your right hand, left knee. Back to the center. Reach out to release the hand, the knee down, and move your hips, your shoulders a little side to side. Once again, let's find the shape for the spine. Spreading the space between your shoulder blades up to the ceiling while keeping the shoulders open. Hug your ribs in and then lengthen the lower back. Start to extend the left leg back behind you. Lift it parallel to the floor. Keep the inner thigh rotating up to the ceiling. Navel in and up. Nothing changes in your spine. Bend the knee in and inhale. Extend, kick the heel out. Exhale, bend. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bend. Inhale, extend. Reach your right fingers forward, find your balance. Stabilize. Inhale here. Exhale, bend the elbow, the knee underneath you. Keep your spine same shape. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bend. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bend. Inhale, extend. This time, bend your elbow, the knee to the side. Flex your foot. Cactus the arm. Inhale, extend. Find parallel line. Left hip in line with your right. Exhale, squeeze the elbow, knee to the side. And inhale, extend. Really stabilize. Use your core. And extend. Just a little more. Start to send your fingers, toes out to the side. Keeping the line with the floor, parallel line. Inhale, back to the center line. Extending over to the side. Inhale, return. One more. Weight even on the hand and the knee. Inhale, extend to release the right hand, left knee down. Move your hips little side to side, side to side. Nice. Now cross your ankles and sit back. Lie all the way on your back. Keep the knees bent about hip distance apart. Knees pointing up to the ceiling. Then go ahead, bring the fingers behind your skull. You don't need to interlace the fingers. Fingers can be a little bit wider open. Keep the elbows open. Hug your ribs in. Press the lower back down and start to round your upper back off the floor. Head and shoulders off the floor, shoulder blades floating off the floor, elbows open. Now grab behind your hamstrings and pull your upper body a little higher. So the lowest ribs still on the floor, everything else off the floor. Keep your upper body as high. Bring the fingers again behind your head. And then lower all the way down. Elbows always open. Again, inhale, round the upper back off the floor. Hold your hamstrings. Exhale, pull your upper body a little higher. Press the lower back down. Inhale, fingers behind your skull. And exhale, lower down. Inhale, round up a little higher. Exhale, pull yourself a little higher. Really lifting the shoulder blades off the floor higher. Inhale, fingers behind your skull. Open your elbows. And exhale, slowly lower down. 2 more. Inhale, round up. Exhale, help yourself to come up a little higher. Inhale, open the elbows to the sides. And exhale, slowly control all the way down. 1 more. Inhale, press the lower back down. Exhale, lift yourself a little higher. Inhale, fingers behind your skull. And exhale, lower all the way down. Nice. Hug the knees into your chest. Rock and roll, little side to side. Side to side. And then help yourself to seat it. Again, feet are hip distance apart. Reach your fingers forward, turn the palms facing up so your shoulders are well outer rotated. Tuck the tailbone under and start to round down halfway. You can bring the lower back down, keep the shoulder blades floating off the floor. Again, roll your body weight all the way up. Let's take an inhale here. Exhale, lower down halfway. Inhale, rise up, lengthen your spine. Exhale, tailbone under. Inhale, roll up. 1 more like this. Exhale, really articulating, using the deep, deep core. Exhale, or inhale better, all the way up. Now, extend your right knee, same thing. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, up. Extend your left, bend your right, so you swap. Again, exhale, lower down halfway. Inhale, up and swap. Exhale, lower down halfway. Inhale, up and change. Exhale, lower down. Inhale and change. Keep going. Exhale, lower down. Now inhale when you come up. Bring the hands together. Reach the fingers past your right knee. Take a little twist. Chains. And exhale, lower down. Inhale, hands together. Reach past your left knee. And change. Exhale down. Inhale, twist over to your right. And change your legs. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, twist. Broaden your collarbones all the time though. Let's do 1 more round. Exhale, lower. Inhale, just open the twist. And swap. Last one. Inhale. And release the feet down. Hug the knees into your chest. You can try to lengthen the lower back. So really pushing the chest forward, shoulders back. And then let's try to work the same with both legs. Both pose, Navasana, shins parallel to the floor. Reach the fingers forward, palms facing up. Broaden your collarbones. Start to extend your legs, tuck the tailbone under. Lower the sacrum down. Keep the shoulder blades and your heels floating off the floor. When you come up, you can again bend your knees, broaden your collarbones. Tailbone under. Make a little stop. And then back up to your Navasana. Keep going. And always show down there. Hold for a second. And your high boat. You can also keep your legs extended to your high boat. Low to your high. Maybe adding that twist when you come up. low to your high. Let's do a couple more rounds. Shoulders as relaxed as possible. Last one. Nice. Release. Feet down. Tilt your head a little side to side. And then cross your ankles. Find your way back into your all fours. And now bring the elbows down. Elbows down right under your shoulders. And let's actually bring the pinky finger side down so the palms are facing in. Now again, press the elbows down, hug your ribs in around the space between your shoulder blades while broadening your collarbones. Step your feet back into your forearm plank. Gonna move forward a little. Forearm plank. Here we are. Round the upper back, lengthen the lower back, navel in and up. Really keep your hips, your shoulders still. Just bend your right knee. Don't let the right hip drop. And extend. Bend your left knee. And extend. Just hovering off the floor, but make sure you are not tilting your hips side to side. Just isolating, only bending the knee, keeping the hip alignment. Neck is long. Make sure the back of your head follows the line of your spine. Just bending one by one. Slow control. Let's do one more round. Nice. Now walk your toes together, heels together. Drop your heels over to your right, lower the hips, and back to the center. Drop your hips over to your left, and back to the center. Keep going. Again, try to keep the body weight even on your elbows, shoulders still. Just dropping the hips back to the center. The opposite, back to the center. Make sure the chest doesn't drop. Let's do 2 more rounds. Last one. Nice. Release the knees down. Release the hips down. Take a moment. You can extend your arms. Slightly pulling the heart forward, shoulders back. Broaden your collarbones. Maybe moving the weight a little side to side. Shoulders side to side. Side to side. And then push yourself back into your hands and your knees. And really round your spine, tailbone under. Move the weight back and front. Keep the spine rounded. And then we're gonna find the same forearm plank once again. So let's do the same. Fingers or palms facing in. Elbows right under your shoulders. Extend your legs behind you. And this time bring your toes together, heels together. Round the upper back, lengthen the lower back. Toes together, heels together. Now drop your heels all the way onto your left. Then lift the right leg, hovering. So right leg is parallel to the floor. Keep the shoulders square still. Bend your right knee towards your right shoulder. And then extend slightly behind you, maybe diagonally. Again, exhale, bend. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee in. Inhale. Really working that side body. Inhale. Exhale, in. Inhale, extend. 3 more. Neck long. Last one. And come back to the center. Toes together, heels together. Let's go right away to the other side. Drop the heels over to your right. Press both elbows down evenly. Hover the left leg so it's parallel to the floor. Now bend the left knee to meet your left shoulder or close to your left shoulder. Extend slightly diagonally behind you. Exhale, bend. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee in. Inhale, lengthen out. Keep going. Keep hugging the ribs in. Exhale. Inhale. 3 more. And 2. And last. Nice. And come back to the center. Really slowly with control. Release the knees down. Release the hips down. Let's do a quick stretch for your shoulders. You can open your right arm to the side. Palms facing down. Fingers in line with your forehead. And then start to open the left shoulder. Left hip. And just release the head down. Take a moment here. You can always point your both knees. Point your both knees up to the ceiling as well. If you feel a little, if you need a little more. Just a couple of inhales and exhales here. And release. Right away to the other side. Quick one, just open the shoulders. Left arm to the side, palm is facing down, fingers in line with your forehead. Open the right shoulder, the right hip, and feel the stretch. You can always bend both knees too. And take a couple of calming inhales and exhales. We are not done yet. Just a moment to breathe. And then find your way back into your belly. Tuck your toes under, hands under your shoulders, and push yourself back into your plank pose. Release the knees down, cross your ankles, and once again, come up to seated. Extend the legs in front of you. So really extend your legs together. Try to lengthen the lower back. Reach your fingers forward, palms are facing in. Tuck the tailbone under. Start to roll back halfway once again. So trying to get the lower back a little closer to the floor, hovering the shoulder blades off the floor. Now open your right arm, follow your fingers, and back to the center. Open the left, take a twist for your upper back. Back to the center and slowly roll up, spine straight. Again, tailbone under, shoulders relaxed. Roll down, halfway. Open your right. Back to the center. Open your left. Back to the center. And rolling all the way back up. Again, soften your ribs in. Use your deep core. Lower body stays. Twist from your thoracic spine. Back to the center. Inhale up. Exhale. And inhale. Roll up. Let's go a couple more. Exhale to lower down. Inhale up. Exhale, return. Inhale, twist. Exhale. And inhale, rolling up. One more exhale. Lower down halfway. Inhale, twist. Exhale, return. Inhale. Exhale. And inhale all the way up. Nice. And now, let's do similar, but we keep the legs out rotated, knees bent. So bend your knees to the side, bring the heels together. Try to press the balls of your feet down and lift your heels up, if that's possible. So you try to keep the heels lifted, knees open to the side. And then hug a big tree, so your elbows are rounded. Lift the elbows up, shoulders down. Now roll down halfway. Again, roll up. And once we get up, we just take a twist. You get to look a little further back. Around your arms again. Roll down halfway. Try to keep the legs still. Roll up. And take a twist to the opposite direction, reaching out. Again, hug your favorite tree. And roll down halfway. Really using the deep core up. And find your twist. Back to the center. Again, roll down halfway. Up. And twist. When we roll down, try to articulate your spine. Same when you come up. And twist. Let's go one more to the left. up, and twist. Nice. And now lie all the way down onto your back. Extend your both legs pointing up to the ceiling. Extend your fingers pointing up to the ceiling. Bring your hands together, cross your thumbs. Really press the lower back down. Lower the left leg down so it's hovering off the floor. Start to lift your head and shoulders off the floor. Reach your fingers past your right thigh. And then do little pulses. Just your upper back, reaching the fingers forward, forward. Pressing the lower back down, keeping the lower body really still. Pulse. 3, 2, 1, and lower down. Hug the knees in. Extend your legs. Extend your arms. Hands together, cross your thumbs. Press the lower back down. Lower the right leg, hovering off the floor. Start to lift your head and shoulders off the floor. Reach the fingers past your left thigh. And pulse forward. Come up a little higher. Really keeping the shoulder blades off the floor. Just pause. Pause. And 3, 2, 1. Release. Hug the knees in. Extend your legs. Extend your arms. Hands together. Cross your thumbs. Press the lower back down. Lower the left leg, hovering off the floor. Once again, lift your head and shoulders. Reach fingers past your right thigh. And now just lower the right leg. And lift. Lower. And lift. Remain still otherwise. 3 more. And lift. Press the lower back down. And lift. Last one. And lift and release. Hug the knees into your chest. Rock and roll. Extend your legs. Extend your arms. Hands together. Cross your thumbs. Press the lower back down. Hover the right leg off the floor. Lift your head and shoulders. Reach fingers past your left thigh. And lower the left leg. And lift. And lower. Can you lift your upper body a little higher, keeping the lower back on the floor? 3 more. And 2. Last one. Nice. And release. Hug the knees into your chest. Now you can rock and roll. Little side to side. Side to side. Rock and roll back and forth. Cross your ankles and find your way back into your all fours. Little bit side core too. So from your all fours, start to extend your right leg back behind you. Turn the heel in. So you really get to ground the right foot down the outer edge too. Left hand and the right heel in one line. Turn the body sideways and then see if you can start to hover the left knee off the floor. You can bring the right fingers behind your skull. Lift the knee a little higher. Now extend the heel in front of you and bend. Bring the knee in, elbow in to meet. Inhale, extend, open the elbow. Exhale, bend and squeeze in. Inhale, extend, open. Exhale, bend, lift the hips. Inhale, open. Exhale, bend. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. And exhale. Last one. And release. Come back into your all fours. Move your hips to side. I'm just going to turn the other way around. Other side. Extend your left leg back behind you. Turn the heel down. So right hand, left heel in one line. Turn the body sideways. Really ground your left foot, the outer edge down too, so you can start to lift the right knee off the floor. Left fingers behind your skull. Lift the knee a little higher. Extend the heel in front of you. And then bend, elbow in, knee in to squeeze. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bend. Inhale. Exhale, keep the hips lifted. Exhale. Extend. Exhale. 2 more. One last. Release. Come back into all fours. Again, move your hips to side to side. Side to side. Cross your ankles once again. So you find your way to seated, and then you can lie down all the way onto your back. Just a couple more. Lie on your back. This time, lift your shins parallel to the floor, 90-degree angle on your knees. Bring the hands onto your lower belly first. Really think the navel in and up. Now we don't actually want to press the lower back down. If you find yourself arching the lower back too much, then by all means, press the lower back down. But if you can keep the natural curve onto your lower back without lifting your belly, so without losing the support, do that. So you really want to keep your belly flat and still remain that natural curve underneath the lower back. Bring the hands onto your lower belly first. Keep the knees 90-degree angled and just start to lower the right toes down to tap. And back up. Now the left toes and up. So you don't want to bring the heel in. You want to move the thigh bone and up. So really moving the thigh bone out, back upright. Moving from the hip and really stabilizing with the deep lower core. So if you find yourself arching the lower back too much, then press the lower back down. But if you can remain that natural curve and that support, keep the natural curve. Hug your ribs in though. You always get enough support from your corset. Then you remember to soften the ribs in, pressing the back of your shoulders down. And also something else you can think here, try not to tense your hip flexors too much. Try to do some isolation practice right there. Try to release the hip flexors as much as you can and instead use the deeper core and your corset activation. It's a really intense one actually if you do it slowly and your mind in it. Nice. Let's do one more round, right and left. Slower you go, harder it is with this one. Nice. Hug the knees into your chest. Relax the hip flexors if you felt any tension there. And then a little bit side core and twisting. Again, find 90-degree angles first. You can open your arms out to the side, palms facing down or palms facing up. Start to lower the knees over to one side and back to the center. Over to the other side, back to the center. Try to keep the opposite shoulder grounded on the floor. And always when you return back to the center, starts from your core, navel in and up, pressing the space between your shoulder blades down. Activate the lower core. Try to keep your shoulders away from the ears, back of your head resting on the floor. Now, maybe start to extend the top leg. Back to the center. Swap it to the other side. Get a little more intensity. Still keeping the opposite shoulder grounded on the floor. Only go as far as you can, keeping both shoulders grounded on the floor. Even more careful here when you return. It is not starting from your lower back. Think about the front side of your body activating. Navel in and up, ribs in. And if you feel, maybe extending both legs, lower over to one side and back to the center. Try to keep the straight line from the side. So you don't bring the legs further away from you or closer to your chest. Exact same line from the side. Let's do one more round. And then bring the legs closer to you, closer to your face, and same thing, over to the other side, back to the center. So we work a little bit different part of the core. Like you wanna tap your toes to your fingers, back up, over to the other side, and up. Still keeping both shoulders on the floor. Now let's do one more round. Nice. Hug the knees in. Move your hips few centimeters over to your left. Drop the knees. I said over to your left. Let's do the left. And drop the knees over to your right. Open the left arm to the side. And take a twist. You can keep looking up, or you can turn your head, look over your left shoulder if that's okay for your neck. Breathe here. Feel like your hips are moving away from your shoulders. So you are really creating space to twist a little deeper. And come back to the center. And now hips over to your right. Drop the knees over to your left. Open the right arm to the side. And just ground your shoulders. Inhale, create space between your vertebrae. And exhale, allow the ribs sink down on the right hand side, especially a little closer to the floor. Slowly release this. Hug the knees in. Give yourself a final hug, rock and roll side to side. And then find your way to your final savasana or jump into your daily task, whatever you need to do. If you got a little time, always stay a couple of minutes to receive all the beautiful benefits of your practice. Quick core workout, all my favorite core exercises I like to add in my flows or in my daily routine. I hope you got some nice ones to add to your routine as well, maybe once in a while. Yeah, take your time. Hopefully you got your core a bit sore, powered up. It's kind of core practice is always a nice empowerment practice as well. It's all starting from the center, from the core. So the core is the key. Have a nice day, night ahead whenever you're practicing, and hopefully see you again. Take care. Namaste.